Hey, what's up, Kendra? And other people that I can't see. We're gonna get started in about 1 minute. We got what you to do is, if you have it, it's not a big deal if you don't have it. Kind of like we did last month when we did this class, a strap or a belt or something that you need to do some assisted stretches. If you don't have it, that's fine, but it will help you. I'll get mine. Or if you have a band, that'll work just fine too. So something long like this could be a tubular band or a ribbony band. There's the shade over there. Maybe that'll be better. A little bit of a glare going. Hey, you got another person here. 4 people. Super duper. All right. So again, today we're going to start off. We're going to go joint by joint. We're going to start from the bottom, from the ankles, and then work our way all the way up to the chest. Okay. So I'm going to step back a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is you're going to take a seat on the ground. What's we got? Anyone else? More humans, all right. You take a seat on the ground, okay? You're gonna cross one leg over the other. You're gonna do big circle. Ooh, just popped right there. 20 big circles one way, 20 the other way, all right? Think about when you go down, flex your toes down. When your foot comes up, flex your toes up. Big circles, make sure you're counting. 20 one way, then 20 the other way, then we'll switch. Again, take your time, go slow. If you're just joining us, all you need today, if you have it, some sort of long implement, a strap, a band, a belt, a string, whatever you got. There are 20 circles one way, 20 the other way. You might notice actually your ankles might get fatigued. You're getting fatigued. When you're doing that, both sides, you can switch. I think about 20. You don't have to be in this position. You can kind of leave it down there too. But you're also getting some residual stretch from the hip.
This back says, hey, Colin.
Hi, guys. Ooh, this actually hurts. And 20 and 20. Start from the bottom and then working our way up. It's like 2 different feet, totally different. Weird. All right, finish up those 20 and 20. The next thing we're going to do is go into a kind of a high plank position. You're going to do you go from the elbows if you want, or from the hands. You do a calf stretch. Let me familiar with it. What I want to do is shift your weight forward, press back like you're trying to get your heel flat to the ground. You're going to hold for 5 seconds. And as you're holding, try to really push hard and try to get that heel to touch the ground. Pretty sure will not happen. 5-second hold, then you're going to relax out of it a bit. Again, if your arms get fatigued, you can just go from the elbows. If you try to get that heel as low to the floor as you can. You do this 5 times. So 5 times on each leg with a 5-second hold at the bottom. And you're trying to push as far back as you can. So you're trying to get your heel to touch the ground. Get 5-second hold at the bottom, 5 on each side. And obviously switch when you've done that one side to the other side. And then if you need to take a knee on the other side, you can do that as well. You just look at the same stretch. And then when you go to do that stretch, try to get a little more weight onto that calf. There again, if you're on your hands, go with the elbows if you need to, or you can also spot the opposite leg right off the knee. You get 5 of those on each side. Super duper. All right, the next one you do, you're gonna stand on up. Same little drill we did at the very beginning, and then roll the ankles again. So you're gonna get up on the toe, You literally try to make as wide a circle as you can. So it's best, especially to get the stretch on the way back, take a slightly big step back. Big circle. 15 one way, 15 the other way, both sides. As you go forward, really try to almost like flex your toes back. You're getting a stretch in the instep. Yeah, it might be making a lot of noise. That's okay. Yeah. Woo. No slow, no rush. Need to rest a bit. Put some weight on the leg. You can also do this with your shoes off, depending on how long your toenails are. I'm not sure. Bring your carpet or if it'll hurt.
Yeah, I just cut mine, so I'm good.
Can't wait to get my nails done.
Toenails.
My toenails.
Yeah, it's much safer than any bunch of other things.
Yeah.
It's more safer than going to the grocery store for you.
They've always worn masks.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Mask, gloves, all that.
Who'd have thought? You know, yeah, why would they close? Exactly. Why they close? Priorities are very skewed in this world. Yeah, 15 right and left. Next one, you're gonna need just a little bit of space to walk around, all right? You don't need a ton of space. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk, when you walk, you're gonna exaggerate. You're gonna flex your toe up and try not to like use your knees, as weird as that sounds. You're gonna flex, toes up, and try to just walk from the ankles. And as you step, try to get all the way up on the toes. Really big step. Try to get as tall as you can. And every time you go to step off, when that back foot comes forward, flex, and then point that toe up as hard as it will go. Try to get that as much range from your ankles as you can. Don't worry about what it looks like from outside if someone walks by your house right now. And then you're gonna walk backwards as well, do the same thing. 20 seconds or so. Get all the way up, get up on the ball of your foot.
My ankles are feeling like fatigued. Does that mean I have weak ankles?
And for these movements, when I was doing the circle, my ankles were getting like really tired. Woo! All right, always. All right, next one you're gonna do, you're gonna step, you're gonna push out to try to get a stretch on the outside of your tibia, that big bone, the lower leg. You're just gonna step. Roll out. Looks more advanced than it is. Your shoe's just gonna roll more so than your ankle is. So you're gonna step, push to the outside. You're gonna get a stretch in here. Yeah. Sorry, your fibula, not tibia.
PTSD with this one. From all the time that I sprained it.
Yeah, you're probably like, no, remember that one time.
Not again.
I remember I rolled my ankle once and I literally thought I got puked.
Did it snap?
No.
You get that
Wait,
snap sound?
was I jumping? No, I was in here. I was jumping over there. I was jumping over my foot caught. I went like this.
Oh,
I hit it all night. And then I went, and then it's just like a shock. I was like, I thought like I broke it. Then it literally was fine a couple hours later. It was weird. I'll have it back. Alrighty. All right. So next what I'm gonna do, you're gonna hop to the floor now. We're gonna work up a bit to the hips. We're gonna kind of skip the hammies a bit. We're gonna go into the hips. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna do a 90-90 stretch. You're gonna do one keep your knees in. It's gonna be like a little check to see how tight you are in the hips. Then we'll do some stretches and we'll recheck it again. So you're gonna come, knees at 90, chest at 90, feet at 90, without letting this top knee roll out. You're gonna turn your head. So as you rotate, this leg's gonna wanna do this to accommodate some stretch here. Don't let that happen. Try to keep your knees stacked together. All right, like you've gotta, like your knees are clamped together, and all you're gonna do, you're gonna go 3 times. Again, keep those knees together, which is going to actually limit how far you can go. I want to see how, on the third one, try to memorize what it feels like and see if you can estimate how far your upper shoulder and back is from the ground. Then we'll do some other stretches, then we'll come back to it and see if there's any improvement. So again, on that third one, hold it for a bit. Again, if I let this knee roll back,
Says hello.
I'm going to hit the ground.
Janice.
Yes!
Hi, Janice.
Then switch, yeah. So you do 3 times and then hold it. Again, making sure this top knee doesn't come away from the bottom knee. So you want to keep those knees stacked together, okay? Don't let that knee open up at all. So you really just try to open up and turn the head. And again, push the knees to the floor. Rotate twice, and then hold for 3. Try to memorize where your body is in position. I know one side feels completely different than the other. All right. So now from there, we're going to go into an adductor stretch that you've done before if you've been watching the videos consistently. You're going to make sure that the outside foot is flat on the ground. Then you're going to sit back. You're just going to hold it for a little bit. And then back foot, make sure your toes are flexed forward so you're on the bottom part of the foot. So you're not resting like on your toenail like that. So keep that toe up. And then you're gonna relax for a couple seconds. And then you're gonna come back a little more. Feel you can bring this leg out a bit more to get a bit more stretch. And inside of the adductors, do that. Relax again. You can do 2 more times on your own. You're going to come back and count about 10 seconds each one. Hold. Get that chest low to the floor. You can rest your forehead on the ground. And when you're done, switch to the other side. So you do 4 times. 4 times with a 10-second hold in the back. Make sure that leg is straight, that foot straight, toe straight ahead.
This is hurting.
In the inside might a little bit.
I feel like Tori and I are making all these noises. And it's like.
That wasn't too far. That was far. 4 times, 10-second hold. And 1. Alrighty. All right. Another kind of like a little check stretch as well, which is going to aid in that when we did 2 stretches ago. Hamstring stretch. So what we're going to do is this leg stays straight, flex your toe up, in this case down, but up toward your face. You're going to hang out in that position, find out where that range of motion is, then you're going to relax a little bit. You can do that same side again, but something like bring your knee to the chest. You can bring your knee as high in as you can, then you're going to just extend the bottom leg. And that'll really get that stretch right into your calves and hamstrings, into the calf as well as the hamstrings. Back in, heel butt, rest a bit, and you do the same thing, knee to chest. If you're sprinting forward, then you're going to extend the leg. So this limited range of motion might not be all due to your hamstrings. Right now, I'm at 90 degrees. I don't really feel any, almost my hamstrings almost fully relaxed. Most of the stretch is right here. Some of you might be different. 2 more. You make sure that bottom leg, try to get that knee locked out. Same thing, toe up. And then you're going to switch to the side. So think about 4 times. You're gonna first one come up. Find out where you're at. And then you're gonna bring that, do the same thing here to the ground. 4 times, same time. Yep. You see. Alrighty. Alright, so now you're gonna grab your implement, your rope, your band, belt. You can use a towel. I think that's about an arm's length. You can use that, alright? Alright, so what we're gonna do is, if you're facing me, you're gonna mirror me, so you're gonna go on your left foot. So you're gonna put the band around your left foot, like so. You're gonna come, stay on the inside. You're gonna wrap it around and grab it to the outside, right? So you're gonna start from here, wrap it around, get to the outside. So, you keep this leg straight. You're gonna turn your foot in, all right? So the foot that's got the band, turn it in, and then you're gonna walk the band in. So you're getting a little more stretch in the adductors again. Try to keep your opposite hip flat. It's better to have slightly longer band or strap. Hold that for a little bit. You're going to relax a couple degrees, and then what I might do is you're going to hold the band, and you're going to try to pull this leg into that leg. But yeah, with resistance. Like literally, I'm going to try to pull this leg, but I'm not going to let my leg move as much. I'm going to pull with force. I'm trying to get my heel this way. So I'm going to pull about 5 seconds, then I'm going to relax and try to pull a little bit more strength. A little easy. So push with a lot of force. And then you're going to relax a bit. Just get a little more stretch. You're going to do the same thing again one more time. You're going to pull really hard and then try to keep that leg straight as you do it for about 5 seconds. And then relax. You'll be able to get a little bit more range of extension in that hip. And then we're going to switch to the other side.
Liz says my cat Elliot is fascinated by this workout.
Yeah, this is not the thing that we do with pets that are curious to do, but we crawl over it. All right, you can same thing, hold for a little bit. Then when you're ready, you're gonna pull in really hard, and then try to get a little more range out, stretch, and do that twice. A 5 second, squeeze it. Make sure you keep that toe turned in. All right, take time. Then we're going to go back to that. Your left. Now you do the opposite stretch. You're going to bring the band outside the body, cross it under, so it's coming toward the middle. And you're going to try to get also strengthen the glute. So you're not going to try to get your leg low and all the way across. So you can keep your back flat. And you're going to basically just going to pull. Think about that. Angle is coming from here, not from here. So you're not trying to pull like this. You're just trying to pull this leg in towards your face. When you get a little more stretch in that glute, you might have to drop the knee a little bit. You want us to keep the shoulders as flat to the ground as you can. Yeah. Relax a bit, and then you do the same thing. You're going to try to sweep this leg in that direction and try to resist the band. Push really hard. They want all that force to come from here, not from the knee by doing that. Try to sweep that way if you're skating. 5-second hold, then pull on in again. Should do a lot more range. Do that twice. Double two, switch to the side. Again, take your time. With any of these stretches, you realize you need a little bit more time. Hit that pause button, and then resume. So again, you're gonna bring the band to the outside. Pull from the inside. Same thing, push for 2, push for 5 seconds, and then stretch 2 times total. Right. So then you're gonna do the hamstring one now. You're just gonna come straight up again. Again, make sure this leg is it can be slightly bent. You know, it's not a big deal if it's totally straight or not. We can do the same thing. You're gonna try to put a little bit of pressure. Think about more so trying to get that calf to stretch. The more that calf is range of motion, you get that in the calves. Relates range of motion here into the hips because your hamstring won't be as steady. So you do the same thing. You're gonna keep that leg straight, hold. They're gonna push down resistance, but that resistance again trying to come from the hamstring and the glutes. You're gonna add a little bit of knee bend and try to push down. Fire the hamstring and then relax. So don't try to crank on it first and then you get way back. Actually, pull the hamstring doing the stretch way too aggressively. Again, twice and switch. Make sure you're pushing that toe down. If not, it's going to feel not great at all. Let's get a really good stretching the calves. You do the same thing again. You're going to push down, a little knee bend. Like you're trying to basically hammer that heel to the ground. And when you pull, don't forget again to reset. Flex that toe towards your face. Doesn't feel good. All right, you're gonna come onto your side, like a field position. So the bottom leg, your knee's gonna be into your chest. You're gonna grab your top ankle, all right? If you can't, try to grab, if you got shoes on, try to grab kind of in here, all right? Or you can use your strap, you wrap it around the ankle, and pull from there as well, okay? It just might be tough to get a bit more range of motion if you're using the strap, okay? So you're gonna pull from there. You can do 5 times. You're going to try to pull the heel back. Hold for about 5 seconds. Then relax. Pull and hold. Try to get your heel to your butt. And to get an even bit more stretch, try to squeeze your butt, which will extend the hip back. And aid in a bit more stretch in the front of the leg. Again, 5 times, 5-second hold. that bottom leg as relaxed as you can. Five for 5 seconds. All right, good. Now that we're in this position, you're gonna kind of switch legs. The bottom leg that's in close to the ground, you're gonna keep that leg straight. The top leg, you're gonna bring it over. All right. You're gonna take your top hand, and you're gonna rotate across, turn the head. Do this 5 times. Big breath out. So in fact, the legs cross over. You're getting a little more stretch in the lower part of the back and your butt. And as you turn the head, try to look at your fingertips, try to get your ear and your shoulder flat to the ground, okay? Outside. Good. All right, so now what I do is go back to what we did earlier. You're gonna check the range of motion of your hips. So you're gonna do that back to that position again. Side lying, knees together. You're gonna take a deep breath in, rotate, gonna turn the shoulders. So if you are able to get more range of motion, you're gonna feel more of a stretch. Don't assume that means you're tighter, okay? So if it feels like, oh, it feels really tight, you probably gain some more range of motion. And you're getting more of a stretch, that's why it might feel a little more uncomfortable with it. You want to kind of take note of where your forearm is to the ground and your shoulder. What, about 2 inches extra for me. You can do the same thing, rotate about 3 or 4 times and hold and relax into it. You make sure to try to keep that top knee stacked on the bottom knee. Oh, yeah, we better. And basically the range of motion through here. Being good. Alrighty. So I'm gonna hop up, shake it out a little bit. So I'm gonna use the strap in again for the second drill. The first one, you're gonna sit back, hinge at your waist, abs tight. So make sure you're not overarching your back. Core stays tight. Weight in the heels. You're gonna point your thumbs opposing directions. You're gonna rotate, T-spot rotation. Turn the head so your head and your eyes are following your thumb. Okay. So you're gonna rotate up. Hold for a bit. You want to make sure that you're not letting your legs twist. The more I twist and cheat, in a sense, I'm getting more range of motion, but we're basically trying to get range of motion through the upper, middle, and upper back. So you do it 3 times on each side. We want to alternate and hold at the top for a few seconds. Try not to struggle. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you initiate movement. And make sure your legs aren't shifting. Keep even pressure through both the heels. Huh? Yeah. Your long arms help. Yeah. So if you have longer arms, then yeah. So basically, you want to look at like where your shoulders are going. So how basically through here, that's going to be your gauge. So I have like really long arms, so I can like stop and then keep going. Always get my arm to parallel. But you want to think about where your chest is. So where your sternum is pointing. and also where, how much tilt you have. You can stack your shoulder blades one on top of the other. All right, next one. If you have a strap, you can do basically the same thing. It's not going to be nearly as much range of motion. You're going to hold palms up again, about a little wider than hip width, all right? You do the same thing, but you're going to try to keep the distance between the strap, okay? So you're almost going to try to pull the strap in opposite directions in order to keep it taut. You're going to turn, now you're going to really just turn from the belly button. This is really your range of motion of your upper back. So if I stop there, we're almost close to where I was before. But now you're really focusing on the upper torso, getting the range, which is what we want. So the arms don't necessarily tell the true picture. They try to really almost like turn your head and try to turn the belly button without rotating, okay? If you're going golfing today, it's the perfect stretch for you. My backswing's better. This is my backswing. Right here. Try not to pull with one arm more than the other, okay? Couple times more. Hip stable, turn the belly button. Ooh, that was like the hardest one. Ooh. It's good, it's good. Alrighty, let's see, next one. Ooh. Now, you're gonna do the same sort of drill, but kneeling. So you're gonna sit back a bit into your heels. You're gonna have actually the center of your palm pressed right in the middle of your head, okay? So you wanna keep that hand there, and then when you go to initiate, sweep the elbow back as far as you can go, and then look up, all right? So you wanna be like here, you wanna try to get that arm here, so then you're opening up the chest as well. So the further back the hand is, you get more of a stretch here, which will help you rotate again. So exhale, what I like to think about too when I do this, like with this hand, I'm trying to sweep the ground that way to anchor my body to go up. So I'm gonna push the ground with my left hand to the left and look up to the right. And reset the bottom, take a couple breaths, take time. And you can even sit back a bit on the way as you look up. About 5 times and switch. Again, no rush. Big breath out as you look up. Try to hold it and sweep that elbow, open up the chest. Woo. Very nice, good. All right, so along the same line with that, it looks very, very similar to what we did earlier, but you're basically trying to get that mobility from the upper back of it. You're gonna go back to that position we did before. You're gonna move your hips, but think about trying to press your shoulder blades into the ground without having any uneven pressure on one side or the other. So you're gonna turn without letting the opposite shoulder come off the ground. If you do feel it, try to press that shoulder back and don't go any further. Then you're gonna come back around. So if I'm going to my right, I'm gonna try to really punch my left shoulder blade into the ground. And switch again. Notice how far you get your knees on one side before you feel the pressure come off your shoulder blade on the other side. 10 total. Engage the upper back by pushing into the ground before you turn your hips. If the floor is Velcro, you try to stick your shoulders to the floor. Four more for me. Finish those up. Then you're going to flip over. You go down, drop your head between the legs. Then you're gonna, without moving your hips, keep your butt back to heels. Then you're gonna walk your hands over to the side. Try to walk your hands more so than moving your chest. Like try to keep your chest straight and walk the hands over. Then you're gonna shift your hips away from where your hands are. Then all into your lats, into the triceps, the obliques. And switch. Try to sit back and walk the hands over as far as your opposite arm will allow you to go. And then push away from the hands. All right, good. So now we're gonna get kind of stretch out the chest a bit and the front of the hips at the same time. So you're gonna take a step forward. This leg, you're gonna keep your glute squeeze tight. You're gonna shift forward. Then the side that's down, you take that hand. You're gonna reach up, and then you're gonna kind of lean a bit toward your front leg. Someone's pulling your arm back, so it's very similar to the stretch you just did. And relax the arm a bit. You do the same thing. You want to bend the elbow to get a little more stretch up in the top part of the chest. Do that, and then switch. Okay, make sure that rear glute clench very tight. Reach. Just make sure you're not arching back as you do it. Just want to hit a slight lean forward in the chest, the front knee, and the shoulders. Then you're going to pull that elbow back. Times. If you want to do it more than 2 or 3 times, hit the pause button, take your time. All right, so now what you're going to grab that strap again. If you don't have one, that's fine. Or again, you can use a towel, blanket. So you're let's stay on the side we're just on. You're going to push forward and then pull back. All right, don't worry about trying to like crank the band back. Just as far as your arm will let you go without having to bend the elbows. If it's really tight, bring the arms a little bit lower. Like I'm kind of relying on the band to almost like hold my arms up. Just make sure you're not shrugging. You gotta relax out of it a bit. Again, push forward. Just make sure you're squeezing your rear glute. Keep your front hip secure. Let the arms hang on back. Whoa. Good. All right. Now, we go a little more to the upper body. So first what you do, you're going to turn your hand around like so. All right. Some of you have really extreme range of motion in the elbow. Like if you straighten your arm kind of goes like this. Looks like an elbow from the front. When you get to this stretch, bend the elbow and then sit back. Don't want to be cranking your joints forward. So you're going to kind of turn the palm back. Make sure you're not shrugging. Do a little elbow bend and just kind of sit back. You try to get a stretch into here. Woo. Go to the other side. Because your dominant hand should probably be a lot tighter. It may not be even more. Yeah. Just one more thing. Now you can both hands, same thing. Pull your shoulders back. Sit a bit. Just bending the elbow slightly will give you more of a stretch in the forearms. All right, the next one you do, you're gonna find a wall or somewhere, you're gonna stand, all right? So, let me actually tilt this way a bit. You're gonna have your thumb up, like so. Pretend there's a wall here, I'm gonna go use that one. You're gonna have your thumb up on the wall, and a little bit higher than your shoulders. Once you're there, you're gonna drop your elbow down. So you don't want it to be here, so your shoulders forward. You're gonna drop the elbow down, and then you're gonna turn away from your hand, okay? So thumb up, and try to spread your fingers as wide as you can. And you're gonna drop the elbow a bit. So you're almost like leaning back, just to keep that shoulder low, and then you're gonna turn your head and your opposite shoulder away from your palm. Really turn, what you do is you feel a stretch just into your pec right here, right above the armpit. And then switch sides. Wide fingers, elbow low, lean back a bit, don't shrug, and then turn your body away. All right, another one, simple, tricep stretch. You're gonna try to get your fingertips to the center of your spine. You can grab the elbow top of the palm, just push a little bit, and then you want to try to reach your fingertips down to your butt. You gotta make sure you're not shrugging, just kind of pull the shoulder down. Sitting on the other side, bring your fingertips down the middle. Good, and shake it out. Good job, everybody. You are through. Who else joined us here today? All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you all hopefully this week, either through the screen or in person. Make sure you guys, you got an email 2 days ago. You got an email today. Thoroughly read it 2 times. Read it down, then read it back. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you all very soon. In the meantime, it's lovely outside. Go play outside. Practice wearing a mask because there's lots of pollen out, all right? In case you have allergies. Got it, kids? Thank you, guys. Have a good one. See you soon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I keep forgetting to look at there. 1, 2, go do something fun.